There's no such thing as work-life balance. None!
Talk about a bull market, because a lot of these kids don't know what the hell you're talking about, Dan. The times have been good for the last 9.5 years. Look, I was on Wall Street. I saw interest rates go up and down, good times, bad times, cycle every 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. A bear market ain't a lot of fun, right?
Nope.
Last time we saw it was a bad one, 07, 08, 09. This has been bullish. The stock market's up, interest rates low, unemployment low, Trump doing everything to make that keep going. And you always say, like, what are you going to say to your grandkids later in life when they say, Grandpa, what did you do in the great bull market of the 2020s?
Yeah, other than have your thumb up your ass and think about it.
So what should people at least know what it is? And what should they do?
A bull market is stock prices generally across the board, all indices, which describes what we have today, going up. And not at the historic rate of 6-7%, which if you invested your money 20 years ago, when the Dow hit 25,000 the first time, 4 or 5 months ago, 20 years ago would have been 2008-ish. You would have doubled your money by 5 months ago, which is about 6.78 or 7% per year. Okay, but so what? So if you had $1 million in the market, I know $1 million sounds a lot to a lot of people. You had $2 million. Well, adjusted for inflation, that doesn't mean shit. Because adjusted for inflation, you didn't get that 7%. You got maybe even negative, depending on what you want to rate inflation at. A bull market is housing prices continue to rise. Commodity prices continue to rise. Virtually, interest rates stay low or relatively low. But interest rates, as I said, in our league can go up at least another 200 or 300%, or 200 or 300 basis points, which means 2 or 3%. And it's not going to affect anything. Right now, I've got kids right now that are financing deals in Europe at 2.6, 2.7%. If your deal doesn't make money paying 2.5%, I mean, you should go blow your brains out. And my lawyers say, metaphorically speaking, of course, I would never want anybody to take their own life. So I really don't want you to off yourself. But I mean,
so this is an unprecedented time to get cheap capital and go and make your mark on this world.
Correct.
But you've got to go out and do this deal. You've got to find it. You've got to pitch it. You've got to do some graft, which is what you kind of teach. But you've got to go out and do it on your own, right?
Correct.
No one's going to pay you this big salary or whatever just because it's in the bull market.
All that we're discussing, or QLA, is free on my website. Remember, 99.9% of everybody that has benefited from QLA, Quantum Leap Advantage, is I've never met. And when I was in the Netherlands a few days ago speaking, I asked the audience of a few hundred, and about 30 or 35% of them, a third roughly, had heard about me. Okay, and I didn't know these people, you know, and but now the other 2/3 have heard about me. But it's free, and as I told you several years ago, I decided to take the last excuse away from the kids that I don't know how to do it. And then, since I last talked to you, last year we published a thing called QLA for Dummies. If you're brain dead, retarded, I don't mean in a real brain dead or retarded way, but I mean if you're just slow and stupid, we got QLA for Dummies. And yet they still email the website, the webmaster. Oh, I see those things, but where do I start? And I write back, fucking moron. Number 1 is where you start. Then go to number 2, and number 3.